So we'll get on with some of these DAs. Dragon, do you want to join in or not? We do have our code. We'll put the code in. Are you happy just to do Bucephalon between us? Might as well. Is the computer volume on high at all? Maybe that's been lowered slightly. So the code just goes round like a dial tone, pretty much. So yeah, it is up and ready for you to join. Now sometimes, like as I say, whenever I have to do one of these silly updates, it messes with my volumes like mad. Like I would keep it in the middle level, and the next thing I know, it blares the sound, and the next time it goes really quiet. So I can never get the sound, never stays the same whenever there's an update done, and it really frustrates me. So yeah, just so you know, Dragon, Carbo is French, so if there is a couple of slow moments, it's just the translations needing to be done. We're not good with each other's language, so don't worry. They're just coming in to join as well, so it's a new player today. But as I say, like I'm recording it, and I've listened back to the recording, and it's perfectly normal. And I also listened. Well, Gastrodon's perfect. Marowak can do for now, I guess. Maybe Swoobat to get rid of Beast Boost. That could be quite fun if we use Simple Beam. If you find something better en route, we can swap it out. It's just that today Robin's been having some problems with the sound, and we're not quite sure why, to be honest. Politoed seems like a good option, because then we get 2 Drizzlers. What's at the top? What is that dark type? We could just go with the Politoed, I think. Because then, as we say, we'll have 3 water movies. Then I'm not completely sure, to be honest. As I say, like I've recorded it. I've played the recording at the same volume I play all of my recordings. I've listened to the live stream, and it's the same as all of my normal recordings. It seems to be right for Dragon, so I'm not completely sure what the problem is, to be honest. Right, nobody really is extra effective here, are they? So let's make us even faster. Why not? That's the thing, like the mic's in. I always do like 3 practice recordings before I even start, even if it's just 10 to 15 seconds, to make sure the volume is working and the mic is working. And all 3 of them had the sound perfect. I still sit just over a pen's distance away from the mic, and I've never really gone further away or ever. So nothing has changed on my end. As I say, recording is the same. The playback on the other laptop is the same. I could even try and put the volume on my phone to see what happens, because I have a phone copy of it as well. Let's have a look. So that is the phone level, and that's not even max, because I don't like keep the phone on loud. So yeah, as I say, everything on my end is perfectly normal. All 3 of the recordings on my end are exactly the same. So I'm not completely sure. To be honest, there's nothing much else I can do to help. Because as I say, I haven't changed anything. I even put the microphone up a little bit once you mentioned it, but only to like 180%, not 170. Okay, well thank you for the luck. Good luck with the Verizian. My thinking is maybe we risk the bug type next, just because it's easy to beat, and the Gastrodon has a rock move, so we should be able to beat it pretty easily. That's my thinking really, but we could also go for the Cryogonal, maybe. Depends whether anybody takes this. This one's up to you, Dragon. See if the computer wants it first. If the computer wants it, let the computer have it, and then you'll have to basically keep swapping until the final, just to stop the computer losing this. But I think the Gastrodon and the Pelipper are sticking whatever happens. Yes, it would. It's just this is much better in the final than. Because remember, we're going to have 3 water moves. We beat it in 2 goes in the final. I've done this before. We did it in 2 moves with just this pure battery of water. We have the rock move that's going to max anyway. The problem is the computer's going to keep swapping. We will probably be best to go for Hawlucha. So if we do go bug, then fighting. Because I believe Hawlucha has a dark move too. But I don't think we're going to need it, to be honest. Like, the 3 of us should get Blacephalon B in 1 go. No excuses, really. So, that's the thinking. And thank you for the follow. Bolt, welcome in. Hopefully you do like our Switch 2 Show Any Living Dex challenge. The basic idea was to replay every single game on the Switch 2. And with that comes all of the challenges of beating the game before we could shiny hunt, hence why we only have 6. The main games that we have are Violet, Sword and Legends Arceus. They are all complete now. But we will do Scarlet, Shield and Shining Pearl in the future. We've given up on Let's Go for now. On Sundays we will do shiny hunting races, so they will be open for anyone to take part in. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to. We have a few competitions in there, including Connect 4, which started day before. We've only had 3 entries so far, 2 of which have been me. Nice easy run, this one. Yeah, I did one of these solo with Pelipper and a water type, and we finished off 3 of the things, including the legendary, with Weather Ball and 1 water move. I do have something to show you after this one, Dragon, before we jump in the next one as well. But I'll tell you the full story when I can get to the box to show you what I won yesterday. There is a Glycopod. Yeah, so nobody really wants this. If the computer takes it, it's the problem. But we have to deal with the computer being a bit silly. We're hoping the computer takes this last thing, but the reality is I think we win relatively easily. What is the dark type? Well, actually, we could go dark, couldn't we? What is the dark type? Is it easy to beat? I cannot figure out for the life of me what it is. What is it? Oh, it's a Krokorok. That's actually good. But there is a scientist at the end, so the computer will probably want to swap. I don't know. So the good thing about this is we don't need the Max Geyser because we've got 2 Drizzlers. So yeah. Watch this be something the computer decides to take, and then swap with the scientist. So I don't even need to Dynamax in the final, really. I caught the Glossopod. Nice. Let's stretch up a bit more. Yeah, once we get to the end, I can show you what I won and explain what I got in the Connect 4 as well, and why I got it. Which is kind of fun. But what were you hunting for yesterday, Dragon? Anything in particular, or just plodding through a game sort of thing? Weatherball is so broken. And as I say, this is how I beat Blacephalon in 2 moves. I think, I can't remember what I had. I must have had like Basculin, and I think the computer kept it. Nice. It is a nice one to get. It's one of my favourite free shinies because of how simple it is. It's just the colours are one out in the evolution line, aren't they? Like the Hoppip is Skiploom colour, the Skiploom is Jumpluff colour, and then Jumpluff is Hoppip colour. I like that. I think it's a very nice shiny mechanic. So we don't really need to take this. If the computer does, it would be lovely. But, oh, it is taking it. But I don't even think this is going to take more than 1 turn. So, yeah. Watch the computer swap as I predicted. It'll take the good thing and then want to swap here. And probably get a bug. Oh, dear. A Raichu isn't the worst, I guess. It's something. But I think we win this in 1 turn. So, yeah. Just hit it with whatever water move you want, and we win. No need to think about setting up. It does have thunder. I thought it had rising voltage, but I don't think it even matters. It won't need to use it. It'll probably do speed swap because it's the computer and it's stupid. If we're honest, yep, it's doing something it doesn't need to do. But we win in 1 go, I reckon. I don't know if a Weatherball gets affected by this, but I don't think it does. Well, at least it did something relatively good. We may not win in 1 go then. Depends how hard these hit. Will the waterfall be enough? That is the question. Just about perfect. GG everyone. Good luck with the shinies. So, we'll catch it. We will put it in and check our shinies. Hopefully we get a good start. Yeah. We're happy with what we got. I'm happy that it was a very easy run. A part of me just wants to go for this until we get the shiny. But into the Adlands you go while we check the shinies. Exactly. Yes. I will wait for the shiny check until the ads are finished. So we can not hide anything we get. Everyone can see it and react with us. I know this is not a shiny Politoed, so let's just get through these and then we'll confirm what we got. 2 no's. Okay, let's have a look. Politoed, no. Ninjask is also a no. Shiny Crocodile, lovely. We have a great shiny. We have a great shiny. We have a crocodile, whatever it's called, we have one. That is a great shiny, to be honest. Let's just write this down. Anybody want to give it a chocolate theme nickname? Never actually had one of those shiny, to be honest. But yeah, and it was a perfect run. Lemon chocolate. We can call it the lemon chocolate. I don't mind. Do we know a fancy lemony flavour chocolate name, like a brand or something? Shall we Google lemon chocolate? Lemon chocolate. Is there a lemon chocolate one? Oh, there is. There's Lindt that do their own. What other ones is there? Most of them are all brands. We could call it Zesty. Zesty is a form of chocolate. But I'm quite happy to go with a lemon version. Because why not? Welcome back, Mr. Belgium, and welcome in. There is a spot open. I was just going to show off what I got yesterday, actually. So we did, like, because Volt picked something lemon. I want to try and use that because it's somebody new. So there's something called Choco Loco Lemon Drizzle Bar. So we could try that. A lemon drizzle. But yeah, you're more than welcome to join. Chocodile? We could go with Chocodile, because it's sort of chocolatey, isn't it? We'll go with Chocodile. That makes sense in my head as well. So yeah, it's a lovely little shiny. But I just wanted to show what I got yesterday. So yesterday I decided to take part in Dorcas's PLA Shiny Hunt race, and I ended up winning. And look what I got as a reward for winning. I got a shiny Lugia. Very nice shiny. So what I've decided I'm doing is I'm going to put a prize / gift box in this challenge as well. So if I win any competitions that give me a free shiny, that's also going to be all added to it. They're not going to be available for anyone to take. They're for me to keep. But it goes with the Charmander that Neil sent me for helping him complete the Pokedex. And I also make the point, I'm not asking anyone to send me shinies. So yeah, if that's before, I don't want people just to send me shinies because, but yeah, we got this. We will put our lovely new crocodile in here. But yeah, and also, Mr. Belgium, as you're new or just arrived, how is the sound on your end today? Scatterbug was about a week ago. But I'll set the same one up. We can just do Blacephalon for now. Okay. Then at least we know it isn't my end. No, we're having a few problems with someone else, so I didn't want to. I wanted to check with other people coming in. It is up and ready for you to join. Where is it? Total settings. No, that's not the right one. We are just going to be changing the overlay while we wait for everyone to jump in. So just a boy from Belgium to go. I think he's joining this one, right? Or is it the next one you want to join? Image. Do I have a crocodile? That's the question. Or do I have to download one? Okay. I will leave it open. It gives me time to find it. Is Sandile in the base game of Sword and Shield? That's the question. I know it's obviously in the DLC. But is it in the base game? This one, I think. Oh, wow, you annoying computer. Okay, we have the full squad. So if we want, we can run off and start our adventure. Is it in the base game? I don't think it is. Right, let's see what we have. Well, that's a good start. I guess we can start with that. Orangaroo could be funky, but we also have more Peko. We can try a simple beam strat again, but we didn't need to do it last time. It doesn't look like it's in the base game, which is really annoying. That means I now need to go and find a picture. Add to the overlay. Maybe just the Orangaroo for fun, but it is weak to the dark move, if it has a dark move, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. All of the resources I have up only got the base game. We have a Kingler if we want. We also have a Pangoro or a Relicanth. Two very good ones to go for on the right. And so I think we should just go right. Kingler will be difficult to beat, but we should be fine. If you want to, you could try Simple Beam just to make it hit a little bit lighter, because it does hit very hard with its ability, I believe. There it is. There is our friend. Save image. We are going to update this overlay, don't worry. We are up to 7. See, I can't really do too much to this, so I can't even... So the good thing is the Orangaroo can do Instruct second turn. Gen 5 then, we'll guess. But can't really do much. Oh, it is faster. It can do it first turn as well. I always forget that. Crocodile. This is... Part of me is a little bit frustrated that I got it in here, to be honest. I kind of wanted to get it in the main game. In Scarlet and Violet. Catch myself a wild one. But I've never actually had any of that line shiny, so it's a very good addition. But we can't complain. Pokemon Console 2 Lana's trial. Is that the first trial? Says the person that hasn't played them in a long time. Or ever, more than once. We'll just have the quick update of the overlay. Whoop. And it returns. But it didn't. There we go. It returned with our new Pokemon. Ta-da! Magic. Like that. So yeah, I'm happy with that shiny, to be honest. I'm happy that it's probably one of the more interesting Pokemon, because we've had the very easy to get ones, to be honest. Oh, she's the bug one, is she? Or the one that has, what's it called? The Araquanid. Depending on, or Wishy-Washy. Is that the trial? So if one of you wants to take this, you're more than welcome, because, let's be honest, it's pretty helpful. It hits very hard. Let's just see. This helpful for this? It's already been done. Of course it has. It's one of the easy ones to get. Never mind. Right. Yeah, so if you want this dragon, you can take it. Or Boy from Belgium. It's up to you, really. Yeah, they're both pretty good. I think we go dark. But we can obviously go... Yeah, because the... What have we got? The flying moves are going to be good against the dark type, aren't they? And we've got fighting. That's probably the best bet. I think you should probably take this dragon. If I'm honest. Oh, we all managed to catch it. I'm assuming that's an old Twitch name for you. You've recently changed it and the PCG hasn't updated it. But I get it. I know what it's like. But feel free to Dynamax if it's your turn, Dragon, and just use the flying moves. Okay. I don't know if I didn't really pay enough. No, we were definitely on the second go, weren't we? This does have Iron Fist, so that sort of works. Okay. Bit weakened now, Kingler. Defense drop as well, not ideal, but yeah, we'll beat it this turn. Hello Shirio, welcome in. How are you today? It's not a problem, we'll beat it in this go because it's the slowest thing on the field. So yeah, good. And finally a little bit cooler down in the south. At last. Because I did go and see the dinosaur movie yesterday. Didn't love it, but I still enjoyed it because it's dinosaurs, so I'm going to enjoy it. Pretty much. Never going to complain when I get to watch a dinosaur movie. To be honest. But yeah, it has some funky dinosaurs in it and all that stuff. So why not? Big punch, and did we win this round? I think we didn't, did we? Oh, well, okay, we did still. That's a nice easy one, yeah. So Dragon, if you want to take it, you can. That was probably the best option for you, because it's got a big dark move. It's going to hit extremely hard. The only slightly negative thing is, well, yeah, my water move's a bit rubbish. I'm not going to lie. I would have liked to have been back round to me for the Dynamax. But I think I'm going to have to work it round to the Kingler here. But again, we can leave it for either of the dark types. The max darkness is going to help in a way. I have Water Pulse actually, so max darkness will work with one of these two taking it. That's not a problem. So yeah. And I get some berries, so I'm now full health. So we should just pick the easiest thing here really. No one has a rock move, do they? So what's the normal type? Probably easier to beat. No, it's a Lickitung, isn't it? Well, it's not terrible. To be honest, we should be able to beat this. We've got Iron Fist on the Pangoro. We have Superpower. I know I'm not going to do too much damage myself. I may try a bit of a clutch play here because I believe this has Blizzard, doesn't it? Do I try a wide guard here to predict a Blizzard? That's the question. You know, I'm going to risk that it's going to go for Blizzard, and I'm going to protect us. If it goes for the electric move, I'm dead, so... But I might as well risk this. It could work out in our favour. Big Aura Wheel. Now we have a faster one. Misses the Crab Hammer. That's not good. Yeah, Pangoro is slow anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And it went lightning, of course it did. On the Kingler. You survived though. Good job you didn't go for Superpower or you would be dead, I imagine. But yeah, we'll beat this in the next turn because we're all faster than it, I think. Maybe not me, but whatever. Yeah, so the Pangoro can Dynamax in the final and go for max darkness. And then I can use Water Pulse. I think will work. No point risking waiting for the Kingler, because if it dies, it dies. Are you still there, Mr. Belgium? Or are you still fighting Lana? He's gone quiet. Oh, there he is. He's doing some attack this time. No wide guards. Don't need to worry about it. We'll get a big hit here, and hopefully we win. And this could be... I don't think this will be a perfect round, because there's not much we can do with the Kingler. So if it's going to get attacked, it's definitely dying. But I think if we can get the 2 dark hits on the Bucephalon with my Water Pulse after a special defense drop, we should get a good easy round. Maybe 2 rounds, but currently sat on what, 4 lives. We may lose 1 here, but no, we win before it gets to attack. Lovely, great work everyone. We can catch the Lickitung, I guess. It's a good catch. We may have to quickly do a camping thing so I can get a photo. One of the things we're doing for this challenge is a photo of everything we catch. So with that, it's kind of trying to do them in random locations. Usually where we catch them, but sometimes not. Could always swap if you want, boy from Belgium. You have an extra water move. It's completely up to you. Nope, he's going to stick with the Kingler. Now there were some berries. That's a nice healthy recovery. Let's get this done. Get another 10 points for another easy win, I guess. And then we can roll it back again. Which is nice. Nice easy start for the day, to be honest. Right, so as I say, we can Dynamax the Pangoro, it's not a problem. And the max darkness will do all of the damage. So hopefully, as I say, we can get this done in 1, but we've got the one negative thing is we do not gain the advantage of the rain in this run, but that's part of it, I guess. It's just going to be one of those awkward days. That's on me, okay. Not a problem. Dark Pulse, nice hit. That'll do more next turn as well. If we get to a next turn, I guess. Because I think we still have the Pangoro to attack. That's probably GG, isn't it? Lovely. An easy win on the evil clown. Just what we needed and liked. So good luck everyone. Hopefully someone else can get a shiny this time. I don't want to take all of the shiny luck. I'm not stealing it from anyone, I promise. Unless your name's Belgium, then I will probably steal it. But yeah, that's actually the first shiny we've got on this save, which is also a big thing. But because we've got the whole team, let's just run it straight back again. I can do all the photos later. Don't need to be online. I don't know if you can actually do photos with a Pokemon in this game. So let's check. Kingler, no. Pangoro is also no. No to the Lickitung and no to the Bucephalon. Nothing on my end this time. Yeah, can you do photos in this game like you can in Legends Arceus and stuff like that go and have a photo taken with a Pokemon? Or not? I should really have researched that. You can screenshot as in, but that's it running behind me, isn't it, I guess? I was wondering if there's one to do like poses and everything. I know you can do camps, but then my character's not in the camps. But I don't know if you could do proper camera work, or if so, whereabouts. I imagine it's just going to be it running around behind me, isn't it? Which I don't really want. Well, thank you for joining in. Hopefully we'll see you again for some more. We do DAs Monday and Thursdays around the same sort of time. And I guess everyone is always welcome to join in. So hopefully we'll see you again. We do Violet on Tuesday and Fridays, and Legends Arceus on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So that's kind of the planned routine. Sunday is Shiny Hunt Race Day. Okay. So, well, we'll have a little play with it in a minute then. Let's see, just the three of us go. Let's go for this then. Another hopefully clean win. This about time we'll probably get screwed over with some terrible, terrible stuff. So let's go. Let's see how this is. This is not as good, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I could do some healing duties. The drill can work, but it is weak to fire. Well, we finally got a bad team, I think. But let's see. We have a water type, a water rock type as well, which is a nice start. Then we have a rock, and we can use the rock to get through one of the ice, I guess. That will probably be our best option. I think this may be a tough one, if I'm honest. Do you know anything, or if you can take photos in this boy from Belgium at all, other than basic screenshots of it running behind you? Is there anything you know of it? I know you've probably played it a lot more than me and Dragon have, if I'm honest. Not really much point me Dynamax. Actually, there is. We can do something to help the team. Fair enough. We'll figure out a way to do some photos then. We can just do a camping thing. What I could do is just camp with just that thing and take the photo. I'm doing a max flare to make the water moves hit a lot less. It's the only reason I'm doing this. It is sensible to an extent. We have an event Puchiena in the chat, if anybody would like the event Puchiena. It is there. All three of us go with the Ultra Balls. Let's see who is lucky enough to catch it. Go for me, go for me. Nope, that's one dead Charmeleon. Thanks, computer. Thank you, computer, for being so helpful. Well, never mind. We'll keep on going. Yeah, it's barely even going to do a dent on it, but it's going to make the water moves less effective. So that's kind of helpful, I think. Guess I could try and make it slower. It's probably the next best thing. What is the Mimikyu going for? Baby doll eyes? Okay. high horsepower. A little bump. Skull Bash. That's gonna hit me. Okay, that's fine. Ordinary's attack. Only Dragon caught the event spawn. Congratulations. You're stealing all the Pokemon off me and Boy from Belgium now. I would also point out, I'm assuming you didn't end up getting the Shaman yesterday. Are you starting to think about giving up on the Shaman hunt now or not? I know you sort of have mentioned that if you get to like 10,000, you're going to stop doing it on stream. But I don't know if that means 100%. Now this is an interesting one, like one of you could take this if you want to. Yeah, you're doing all of the sort of offline-y ones, aren't you? What is this Deoxys in? Is there not an option for you to do the Deoxys in Oras? Just out of interest. Well, it's shiny locked, okay. So it's not a real one, it's a exploited one, shall we say, that you're going to have to get. So Dragon, this may be worth you taking, or you can wait to see whether the computer takes it, but it would be good to have it in a human hand. Because Mimikyu is got a good ghost move, yes, but probably will be better than Lycanroc. No, better than Mimikyu is. You want this big water move. The thing I've got to figure out is how to get these stupid Gimmighouls to spawn in Pokemon Go. I opened my coin bag yesterday and a Gimmighoul turned up. I opened a bag today, I think, and nothing turned up. And I don't know what I've done differently. So yeah. Let's see if our Life Dew is gonna hit. Would help everyone, I guess. Right. Not even finishing it off. Dragon Pulse. Wow, we are already not doing any damage to it. It's a legal hunt. The event item is just put into the save as if I got it. That would be considered an exploit rather than a cheat. There's a difference between exploit and cheat. Exploit, it means you have to do something to make something appear. Cheat is giving yourself a shiny, if that makes sense. We have hit the Adlands again, and surprisingly we haven't managed to kill this thing, but luckily it's only killed one of us. There we go. We got it done. I have not ever... I didn't send a postcard over yesterday though, and it worked. That's what I don't get. I haven't sent a postcard to Scarlet and Violet in about 3 years. Ever since they released the idea of postcards giving you a Pavilion. That's why I'm more confused. I have not done it, and it turned up yesterday. And I don't actually know how to, because apparently my game is not connected to Scarlet and Violet anymore. Yeah, so this will be for Dragon to take, I think. We need to have a water move in human hands, I think. Okay. Maybe we get it on the next one, because Boy from Belgium's taking the Lycanroc. Maybe you're going to have to be Celio then? I guess. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah. But as I said, I got one to show up yesterday, and that's what I'm confused about. But then I don't really know how to send over a postcard anymore. Do I actually have to load up the game to receive the postcard? Because I know there was a lot of talk about it bugging the system. There was always these rumours that it would corrupt a save and everything. Yes. Okay, I don't know what that yes is meant to be about. I've said quite a lot of things. So yeah, not the most helpful, just the word yes. Is yes that you're going to take the Lycan Rock? Is yes. But how come it worked yesterday then? Because I haven't sent one over for years. That's what I don't get. And is it one where I've actually got to walk around to get the coin, the Gimmighoul to turn up? Or is it something that just keeps spawning like the Matang? So it might be... so it's 24 hours, so I did it last night and I tried to do it this morning, that's why it might not have worked. Which is very annoying because I don't like to go for walks. I'm very particular when I go for walks. I doubt I'm going to ever get this thing shiny, am I? Or at least, like, Matang just pops up all everywhere when you put the chesty thing open. And it's nice, it just constantly spawns. But as I said, Boy from Belgium takes this. It's a nice, easy one to go with. I think we should go for the Celio. But I'm happy to hear whether you think Sneasel is better. That's the thing. If you think Celio gives us items, that's my thinking. There's your favourite next door as well, the Obstagoon. But Sneasel is pretty much made of plastic and will die instantly. So yeah, we don't really want to deal with that. So yeah, let's just beat this little seal. Yes, it's very easy to get shiny, I've no doubt about it. It's the term is a dark sandwich on the cliff top. Yeah, in the snow area, a dark sandwich will get Sneasels galore. I think I've even run into random ones. So. But I was happy that I won the competition yesterday. So I got a shiny Lugia. What legendary did you end up taking when you won the bingo? Just out of interest. I forgot whether you did go back and claim one. Or not. But yeah, I got 2 Badoos, Dusclops, Haunter, Rosalia, and Hisui and Zora, which was the first time I ever got one as well. In, what was it, 2.5 hours probably. And I did stop like twice for about half an hour stints in the middle of it. It was a weird day for me. I did very quiet day because I didn't stream yesterday. But I thought, what the hell, let's just play along. And yeah, we got some shinies. I was happy. So yeah, I got the Lugia, so it's going to sit with my Charmander. And be kind of like the gift prize box for this challenge. So they're not going to count to the full total, but they're going to be things that we got from people along the way. So yeah, nearly beat it. I feel bad that I used Life Dew now. But at least everyone's fully healed. But now it'll probably hit us with something, won't it? So do you think we should take the Celio? The problem is it's not really anywhere helpful. That's the one negative thing about it. We're a long way from being Dynamaxing for me. I could just heal everyone. I imagine as long as the computer doesn't take it, we should be alright. Because, well, we've got Ghost Move, we've got Rock moves, and we've got a Water move on the Barbaracle. So we could be a good. I think we'd be alright. We should be fine, I think. And I can just heal. Oh yeah. So the computer does want it, annoyingly. Of course it does. Yeah. So I guess it works. Like we can get 2 water types. It is going to be weak if it does use a fire type, but we can go for a bit of splashing, shall we say. If you want, you can go for dive first turn, because then you'll protect yourself from one shot maybe. If you've got dive, I think you do. Fair enough. Well, it was a long time ago. And I think you were talking about one of the dogs, like one of the legendary beasts at one stage, but I can't be sure. No, it might be neutral on you, yes. It's just remember if it does manage to get one hit off, yeah, it was just to try and protect you for one extra turn, but I think we'll be good. I can't do anything to it. I'm just trying to heal people. It's the beast boost which is scary, pretty much. But yeah, we've won now. That was easy. I'll just use this. We didn't even need to Dynamax in this one. Almost a perfect run. It's almost like I used follow me on it then. So yeah, that's another easy W. I am surprised you didn't use Stone Edge though. We're from Belgium. Not gonna lie. But let's see, do we get a second shiny of the day? That is the next question. That actually, also the good thing about that crocodile is that means we've got one shiny in all 3 games, or main games we're doing, which has been something that's sort of been eluding me. I tend to get the shinies in other people's runs. But there is an event Ninjask in the chat, if you want it. Let's check for shinies then. No on the Bibaracle, and the Lycanroc, and the Celio, and not the first shiny legendary, sadly. But we got the win, which was good. Nothing there. We'll keep the path. So, you happy to run this one back? Let's just see what you've got. You have Tapu Koko. Isn't that the one everybody else wants? I might swap Feeny for Koko. Now you have Koko on your list. Okay. We'll just stick to Blacephalon for now, as it's just the 3 of us. Then we may do a Feeny after this one, maybe. You still need a Tapu Feeny, didn't you? Because it was Feeny and Koko you wanted, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Or was that ironically that only needed Cocoa? That's why it's difficult to keep up with everybody having different shinies. And then some people aren't. It's different because you're in a very different position because you're happy to do any because you've got more than one save. But then you don't really like doing the copies unless there's a different form. Well, this ain't good. I think I will take this. And now, oh, there we go. There's Barbarical. We'll give you something good. Lurantis could work in a weird way. If we can get the Drizzle up with Weather Ball, but it's slow. We have the Crawdont. We have a choice here. This is a big choice. Crawdont or Relicanth. I think we're going to have to go Crawdont because I can see a Drizzle Pokemon that side. The Drizzle Pokemon is going to be the decider, if I'm honest. So, I think probably put Computer first, then maybe Boy from Belgium take this. If I'm honest. I think that's going to be the safest play. But I could be wrong here. Shall we get grass or... I guess the grass one will do best. That's my thinking, because we'll want... This is going to be broken, this run, but we have to take the Politoed. And let's be honest, it'll be probably better... Well, we don't even need Dynamaxing if we get the Politoed. But we want to get rid of the Marowak. That's the big thing we need to get rid of, the Marowak. Uh-oh, you just made it stronger, right? Or is that not how that move works? Big attack of the Grassies. We just got to hope the computer isn't completely broken. And of course it is. Flamethrower? That all you've got? It's all up to me, is it? Okay, we'll go for it again. So, let's see. Get a big hit. Are you prepared for this Swapperoonie, Mr. Belgium? Guys are on to me, hopefully. Okay, but you, yeah, as I say, see what the computer wants to do first, but if it doesn't want this, I think you should take it. Because I'm going to be more helpful against the Politoed, basically. But this is better than what you've got at the moment. Like, Dragon's fine. Like, we may play the same card on the next Pokemon. I'll see what the top level is, actually. But, yeah, I think you should wait to see what the computer does before you make your decision. Because you can have the Drizzle if you want. But we want to probably get rid of this Marowak, if it's an option. It's not much help. Come on, computer. Yes, the computer is sensible. Right, let's just check the top level before I click this. What have we got? We got fighting or water again. No, the water, that's not a water type. If we go fighting after this, And the choice is kind of yours, boys from Belgium. Do you want the fighting type or do you want the Polytoad? Pretty much you'll be good against the fighting type, but I think it has a dark move. But you'll have to let me know before the end of this battle which one you would like. But I think we'll both be swapping into one or the other. That's pretty much the main thing that's going to be happening. You'll take this then. Okay. That's not a problem. I have to swap at the end anyway because I'm too weak. But I am going to be weak to Zen Headbutt. But I think with Drizzle and 3 potential water moves, we win. Don't need to worry too much. Well, thank you and welcome in, Badger. How are you doing? We've only got 7 so far, so we had some nice easy Legends Arceus run. But we actually only got the Crocodile today in these DAs. Our first one in Sword. But are you much of a DA player as well, or not? We are doing Blacephalon at the moment, so we're sort of just bouncing through to see how well we do. We've won all of them so far because Blacephalon is pretty easy, let's be honest. But yeah, if you want to join, there is a space at the moment. We may be doing Tapu Fini next. We're just sort of, we try to do DAs that everybody can be a part of. Okay, that's not a problem. We've done these. We've got so many games set up. So we've been a bit crazy with our run-throughs because we've set this brand new game up. So on paper you can get to the DAs within the first like half an hour of the game. So we make a DA team and just sweep the team. The 7th gym, well that's, at least that's not a bad gym. I like the 7th gym because it feels like a side scroller compared to some of the other challenges. Well, it's not really a challenge, but it's just a nicer sort of older school game. Yeah, so technically you can try and sweep the whole game with a Suicune if you want to. Do you have all the DLCs, or at least this DLC, before we suggest joining? Because if you don't have the DLC, you can't do them. So if you go to the train station in, I think it's Wedgehurst, is probably the best way to do it. If you ask to go to the Crown Tundra and you've got to face Fiona, you'll lose. That's not a problem. You will. You know what? I think we could go for... No, because that won't make Drizzle work. Yeah, you can lose the battle. It doesn't matter. So if you want to put something really weak in so it's only one shot, do that. And then he runs you straight over to the DAs. But you may need to do the tutorial one first. And then it sort of unlocks that way. And of course you need Nintendo Online and everything. But that's the only thing you need to do pretty much, is go to a train station. I tend to pick Wedgehurst, because if you haven't triggered the Slowpoke, you need to do that first, but it's a quick ball, should catch it. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much how it's done, if I'm not mistaken. We'll probably just keep Giga Drain for now. Yeah, because where we wanted to set up our like separate saves, we started a brand new game, got the shiny... Oh, we put a Pokedex in from home, then unlock the DAs. We get a DA team and you just sweep the whole game. You've only got to get to Sir Chester to get the shiny charm as well. And then you're down to 1 in 100 in these, so it's nice and easy for us all. Kind of lazy that way, but me and Boy from Belgium especially have got sort of backup saves now. This is like about my 4th just shiny hunting only save. I haven't even become champion on this save. I've done all 8 badges just because I wanted to get to Wyndham. And there's a couple of areas where there's some higher level Pokemon, basically. I think I needed it just so I could probably shiny hunt the Regis as well. Because if you don't have the badges, you can't catch outside of the dens up to a certain level. So that's kind of why I did a little bit more early on. But if you become champion, it level scales the wild area and the Isle of Armor up to level 60ish. If you're not champion, obviously it won't. They're still like level 10s around, which is lovely if you want to shiny hunt some of the stuff, and rather than catch a level 60 shiny or battle them all, if you just want to beat them up to do the alleged knockout method that I still can't figure out if it works for me. So I take this basically for payback. And we've got our water squad for the final. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've done. Plenty of time. But we do DAs on a Monday and a Thursday at the moment for this challenge. We do potential union circles and just more basic shiny hunting on Tuesday and Friday in Galar, and Wednesday and Saturday is Legends Arceus, but Sunday is Shiny Hunt Race Day. We're at least trialing it out next month, or this month now actually, where I set a challenge and we see who can get the most in the stream. We start with a Route 1 Galar experiment on Sunday. Then we're doing a map lock on Legends Arceus. So we'll pick one of the 5 maps. Whoever gets the most shinies on that map in the 2-3 hour stream wins. Then we're going to do like a type challenge in Paldea, where I will pick a certain type. We may do a couple of types, maybe a different type each hour, but whoever gets the most types wins. And last week I've got some old mixed up Pokemon cards, and we're just gonna, I'm tempted to do something where I pick one and it doesn't unlock the Dex card until someone gets it shiny, to see how many we get in, again, 2 or 3 hours between the communities, not just me. The other side of it is I put 5 up, and the idea is to see if someone can get all 5 in the hour or something like that. But yeah, we'll figure that one out. We'll see how the others go, but that's kind of the main goal. So let's check for shinies. No on the Crawdont, no on the Politoed, no on the Beware, and no on the Blacephalon. But yes. No shinies there either. Okay. Did you get much further with what you were trying to do, Badger, or not? Oh, we have an event. We have a non-event Marini in the chat, if you're interested. I'm just going to take a photo of my Pokemon. That's okay, that won't take too long. I'll just take this photo while I wait quickly, because I like to kind of take a photo. When it gets to the den bit, don't say yes to going in one. I think you can skip the tutorial one. So yeah, we'll see. For this challenge, I like to take a photo of all of my shinies in like some form of setting. So yeah, we kind of just want to get the photo set up. No, let's chat. Okay, let's do something else. There we go. That'll do. That seems like a nice enough photo. Right, we'll put that away. We are keeping all the shinies hidden away. We are... So is everybody happy to do Tapu Fini this time? Oh, it's just me that got it this time. The small tip though, if you are going to do any of these on your own, switch off animation. It doesn't matter. You can't switch it off when you play with other people, but if you're doing it on your own, you will fly through these DAs. But also make sure you don't... You can throw the ball and catch it, but when it says, do you want to take this home? If it's not shiny and you want a shiny hunt, don't take it home or you won't be able to catch it again. Pretty much. So yeah, that's something just to be cautious of. I will put the code in for this and let the ads run before we start, because they're about a minute away, or just over a minute away, so everyone can jump in while the ads go through. But yeah, there's the Tapu Fini up. I am actually happy that we got a shiny in this run. Like, it's been a while. Like, my DA runs have not been great. I feel like I got a Poliwrath with Robin. Part of me feels like I may have got something with Charmeleon, but it wasn't very exciting. But I can't quite remember. Or did we get something for him? Maybe. I can't remember. I feel like I might have got something meh. But I can't remember at all. I guess this is just building up. Everything I get when I join a stream, it just gets put into the old living decks, which is the slightly more frustrating thing. Okay, so we can pick the team then, I guess, and then yeah, let's go and pick our Pokemon then, and then we can pick the side, and then the ads can run. Well, I think I'm taking this. Oh, the most annoying Pokemon in the world, the Pukumuku. Cedra. What's he gonna pick? Jigglypuff. Sandaconda, of course you did. Not the worst, I guess. As long as you swap. Well, I see a poison type and a grass type on the same side. We also have a steel type, but it's not great. So I think we're probably going to go right. Fairy and water type. Yes, yes. I thought you were talking about the path then. We could have gone for Seeking, actually. It wouldn't have been the worst thing. But I think we could take the two. I think there's a grass type here. I think I'm imagining it now. I thought I saw an Ivysaur, but I may have imagined that. But I think I'm sticking till the end. Not a problem really here, is it? It's probably my best bet for me to stick to this. We've just entered the Adlands. Right. What does this do? Lowers the target's attack. Probably better to do this. Because it hits quite hard, doesn't it, Kangaskhan? Let's get back to business. Let's finish this off. I want to try this. See how this works. That doesn't work on my end. I don't have it all set up. Yeah, that's why I use this for. We'll try that one. There we go. We got some body slams. I think I need to set the shoutouts up on Stream Elements, but I haven't done that yet. But Boy from Belgium is the Shaman Hunter. Has been hunting it for about 6 months now, at 7,000 plus, and still waiting to find one shiny. I'm starting to think it is shiny locked. I'm trying to convince him it is shiny locked. He doesn't believe me, and I'm not sure why. But yeah. Kangaskhan is a bit of a bulky boy, isn't it? I'll just stick to this. Yeah, I was trying the other shout out that I've seen people use. So I think I would have to set it up in Stream Elements to do it the other way. So it sort of gives you a minor bit of detail about who the person you're shouting out is. But I haven't set that one up. I prefer this one, to be honest, because if you're not following, it gives you the little heart thing at the top, if that makes sense. So it makes a bit more sense. If I'm honest. For me. Because if I'm a viewer, I'm in a chat, the last thing I want to be doing is clicking to another person's offline stream to follow them. I kind of want to stick to the one right in front of me. So yeah, we're going to stick to this one. If it's there, I can just click the heart and go and see what they're like next time they're on. And we have a dragon as well, who is working towards doing more streaming slowly. I have to have a 2-minute cool down between the two, so I guess I could do both. Some people do both. Some people just do this one. As I say, this one is much nicer, I think. What do you think, Mr. Belgium? Have you tried both? Seen both? Which one do you prefer to read? I guess I'm going to have to stick, aren't I? Come on, Alfie. No? Okay. You could probably swap if you want, Mr. Belgium. I guess. Okay, we got 2 paralyzed Pokemon. This does have a still move. But we are very weak at the moment. We could just go for this. Does also have a still move. Metal sound as well. And when it comes to the shoutouts, which one do you prefer as a viewer or a streamer? It's up to you. Both, like the one that does the thing that puts the little heart thing on the top of the chat, or the one that sort of gives you a description of who they are. And there is our dragon, who has been playing Fire Red or Leaf Green. I can never remember which one's which, but that series of games. Working through the game slowly just to get back used to streaming again. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, the / one's the one that I use more. It doesn't matter to you, as in you either don't follow them anyway, or it's not going to really make your mind up. Or which you use the / one, don't you, when you're streaming more, not the explanation point one. Okay, it's not a problem. We'll go through how to join. Hopefully, if you've got the animations off, you should finish before us. If I'm honest. But that's a maybe. You can't switch them off when you play here, which is the sad thing about it. It's a bit frustrating. Right. I have 4 HP in a dream. The sad thing is, I'll be better to stick. Are you taking this, Mr. Belgium? That is going to be the main question. Or should I be taking it with my 4 HP in a dream? Because I'm good in the final with my grass moves. You're less so with either one, but you could do Metal Sound. Nice, nice. Hello Star, welcome in. How are you doing today? We're having trouble, shall we say, with this. I don't think I should be swapping. Even though I've got 4 HP and I'm paralysed. And it's a dream that we can somehow win. Now we're doing Tapu Fini at the moment. But as always, we will bounce through a couple of different ones. Oh, Lord Helix is causing you problems, is it? Is that breeding or trying to, what's it called, get to come back to life? Ditto in the final would be kind of funny, but... Or just random encounters. Oh, so are you in Let's Go? Is that where you can't find it, or is it in BDSP? Or other games? Or is it that you're... No, because you're trying to find the random encounters. Are you on Sword or Shield? As well. If I survive, I can hurt it. I guess. If I don't die, I might take this. If I do die. You're in Let's Go, so you're doing the thing where it's the rare spawns that it turns up, isn't it? That's the annoying one, isn't it? From what I remember, you only get like 1 a day or something stupid like that. Because it's not really designed for... And is this just to shiny hunt? Or is it just to complete the dexes? Because completing the dexes, there are a few alternatives, but if you're shiny hunting, I can get the frustration. Oh good, I'm alive again. Dragon, are you going to take this for the final? I thought there was just like a single place where it spawned something new every day, but I might be wrong. If I'm honest. But if you're trying to shiny hunt, I get the problem, but if you're just trying to complete the decks, do you have one in Go that you could send across to the Go Park? Or is that not an option? Let's just finish this off. Let's get it done. Okay. Interesting. We have an event Pancham in the chat, if anyone wanted. I'll probably find out that I've got half of these things, that's why I'm not catching them. And that's probably what it is. I don't know if you can catch more than one. We'll find out. 20%, 20%, 10%, 50%. Is that a daily spawn or each time you go in the cave type of thing, or load up the game? I guess that's probably the more helpful answer. I'm still stuck trying to not get angry playing Let's Go, if I'm honest. It is really upsetting me. At least well, I imagine you might go for Metal Sound first, boy from Belgium in the next round. Uh, welcome in, Omega. We are on Tapu Fini at the moment, and thank you for the follow. We're quite happy to do quite a lot of them. Of course, boy from Belgium gets a shiny. But yeah, we're open for people to join. We'll have a little rotation. How is your DA going, Badger? And Omega, which DAs are you hunting at the moment? My list is Tapu Fini, Blacephalon, and Suicune. Nice. You might have to do a very quick talking bit at the end, but otherwise you're done and ready to join. Yeah, so it's a very bit of a broken one. So we've got a nice mixture there. I guess I can take this. I'm pretty strong in this final. But are you interested in any on our list at all, or have you got all three of them already? You've even got the Bacon Bird shiny as well. I knew that you had the Tapu and Lunala, but I didn't know you had the Yveltal as well. You always have to have one more than all of us. But do you have a shiny Crocodile, Mr. Belgium? That's the better question. Do you have a shiny Crocodile? I think not. Yeah, are you using Metal Sound this one? First turn. I would like to think you might be. So I can go for the harder hitting move once you do. Yes, we can rotate our team around a little bit. We've got Badger hopefully joining the next one. So if either Dragon or Boy from Belgium minds one off and then maybe one back in, that is all good. Yes, we know you've got all of the shinies. You don't need to remind us. Yeah, we try to make sure it's quite relaxing when we do this. There's no point getting worked up. Like, everybody is going to want to get these different shinies. Like, the challenge is designed to sort of open it up for anyone to come in and get a chance to get the things they missed out on. I don't like trying to lock people out. So, yeah, that's kind of what we try to do here. The more people we have, the more rotation we do. If we ever got to, say, 7 or 8 people, I can run one on the normal switch. And some people can do one while it's not online. They can still do one so we can host 2 at once. But GG and good luck with our shinies. Let's see how this went. No on the Kangaskhan, and the Laron, and the Lurantis, and the Tapu Fini. Sadly. I will keep the Tapu Fini for now. Yes. I'm just going to go through how to join people with Badger before we start the next one, if that's okay. Just so it's the first time they've joined anyone, so it's better to go through it one step at a time than jump in and think you should know what you're doing, which a lot of people can do. But so far we've only got one shiny in this, and we got it today. We got ourselves, not the shiny Lugia, sadly. That is a reward. We got this earlier today. Very nice. Do these get marks or anything? Is this a thing? I don't really know how marks work in this game. Or are they just ribbons? Yeah, I've never actually had one before. Would have loved to have hunted this in Scarlet and Violet, but whatever, it's a shiny is a shiny. So just for Amigas, the idea of this challenge was to start all of the games again on the Switch 2. So that would make more sense if it was only Wild Ones, to be honest. Yeah, so we started Violet, Legends Arceus, and Sword, all brand new when we got our Switch 2. And the concept of it is to build a new Living Form Dex from scratch. People can do gifted subs and stuff to get rewards. So in each game you're going to have this box here, which is sort of like the giveaway spare shinies, so people can come and claim them. Each game's going to have a different box, trying not to mix up any sort of lines, but it's kind of my way of giving away these are the current duplicates I got from my original Living Dex, but once we start getting a few more, we will have a lot more. We've got quite a lot of boxes in home of duplicates from mainly Legends Arceus. But we've got a couple of legendaries for bigger rewards, like we got 3 or 4 requires as a spare Moltres, but when we can replace the current legendaries, we will do that as well. But the idea is just to do different shiny challenges, let people come in and it be not so much a competition, but something to play along with others. So Sundays we're doing shiny hunt races, but they're more community to get as many as we can, not an individual target. So this Sunday we're doing Route 1 in Galar, see how many shinies everybody can get in the 2 to 3 hours we stream. The next one will be, we're picking a single map on Legends Arceus, see how many shinies we can all get again in the 2 or 3 hours. The next week will be Paldea, where we're going to pick a type of Pokemon and see how many shinies we can get again as a community. And the final Sunday will be a Pokemon card one, where I will set up for it to be Scarlet and Violet, but you don't have to use Scarlet and Violet. But the idea is we're going to draw a Pokemon card, and everybody's got, well, anyone who's around, as soon as we get that one, we draw the next card, and so on and so forth, and see how many cards we can get through in that time. But the idea is to make it a very interactive shiny hunt. I don't want to be just, I'm going to go and do this shiny and that shiny. I want it to be something the audience joins in on. If you do want to join the Discord, we have a few other competitions in there. I'm trying this new one called Connect 4, where you basically can submit a shiny every 12 hours, and the idea is to get as many lines of 4 on the board of 100. It's a bit ambitious, but I thought it would give it a go. So far, there's only 4 of us playing. Well, only 2 have submitted, well, me and one other, but it's only a couple of days. It is difficult. I did let people pick what they wanted to have on the board, and they picked Switch Pokemon only. Because I don't want to put like the elemental monkeys, legendaries, and the others that are not currently on the Switch. I was going to do Scarlet and Violet, but I gave people the option and they picked Switch. You don't have to catch it on the Switch, it just means that it is available for anyone who has the Switch games. But if people want to join, they've just got to share an emote, and that'll sort of start covering up the board. Because only one person can get each Pokemon, and that's pretty much how we set it up. It seems a bit harsh, but the idea is to sort of almost stop someone winning at times. Because like for me, bingo is fun, but it's a lot of people are already doing bingo, so I don't want to do a bingo myself. I thought I'd do this, so it pushes people into different types of hunts, and it seems to be working. What do you have? You have Tapu Koko. No, we can't take that one. But yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to do here. I tend to prefer to do most of my streams as challenges. So in the past we did 31 hours in Legends Arceus, we did 100 sandwiches in Scarlet and Violet. We tried to see how many dark type Pokemon we could get in 1 month. And we did another one where we were seeing how many shinies from DAs we could get. And we did pretty well. We got 17, I think. 5 legendaries. Not as well as some people. We'll not mention names, but they know who they are. And yeah, they got a lot more than us. So yeah, that's kind of the goal here. Just to do as much as possible. Be very ambitious with what we want to do. We don't want to lock ourselves into just doing a shiny hunt and switching off, and is whether people are cheering or watching anyway. Nice. Just remember, don't take it home if it's not shiny, or you won't be able to catch it again. Because if you do that, as I say, you can't catch it again, so you're kind of stuck with these. And that's kind of our goal, is to make sure that everyone knows that. I don't know 100% how far. Okay. And there's only 2 bug type legendaries you can get in these, so when it comes to the general Pokemon, you can take them home, it doesn't matter, they can still appear shiny. And that's kind of how you sort of do a broken version of this game. If you don't want to do the legendaries, like this is what I've done, this is why I've got this current team of Basculin, Jellicent, Vikavolt, Boltland and Alcremie. They all came from the DAs. Nice little bit of coverage to sweep the game pretty much. So when it comes to DA, you may need to just wake Fiona up. I think that's one thing you might need to do. Once you've done that, I will go through how to join the DAs, because as I say, it's better to do it one step at a time instead of sort of locking someone into, you should know how to do this, or have you done this? I'm a visual learner. I prefer to teach visually. I've always found it a lot easier, rather than hoping people know. Okay, so Omega's good. I think Badger might be on one of their first DAs with a group, so I just want to make sure they know exactly what they're doing. Like, we've seen it with other people as well. They say they've seen it, and okay. So are we happy to do Tapu Fini then? I will set it up. And just make sure you're online fast. That's the only thing you won't have seen us do. And you'll just click on anything is fine. So our code is basically going around a dial tone, like so. I keep it very easy. I don't want to make anything too difficult, but it is up and ready for the 2 of you to jump in, and we'll see. Boy from Belgium is there. He's determined to get a 3rd Tapu. It's been a while. So yeah. Yeah, there's a very little bit you've got to do at the beginning after the first one. But it's not a worry. We can wait. We have a Dondozo in the chat if anyone is playing PCG. It is a Gen 9, which apparently is rarer. I don't know. Still learning the game. Oh no, Boy from Belgium doesn't have it. Can he get back-to-back shinies? I am, but Boy from Belgium has it shiny. So it would mean he would have to go and do something else for a while if we do that one. I try to find one that everybody needs. It's difficult at times, to be honest. But it depends. If Dragon's still here, we could run one Yveltal with the me, you, Amiga. No, us 2, Dragon and Badger. and then Boyfriend Belgium can sit one out, and then the next one we could rotate it. As I say, when you've got 5 people, that's when it's easier to rotate it around. But yeah, we'll just wait for Badger, and then if we get to like 20 seconds, I'll back out and rehost it. Of course, Boyfriend Belgium got the Pokemon, and not at least it wasn't shiny this time. That's the key thing. It wasn't shiny. They were just going through the cutscene at the beginning. So when you're on the bit where it says invite others, press the plus button, and it should bring up the numbers. And if you're not sure, I will rehost, and then I can go through it properly, because it's difficult on this page to do it. Okay, I'm going to back out and I'm going to rehost, and then I'll go through that bit of the screen. Right, so you've done the bit here. Alright, so you know to get to this bit. But when you're on the screen, in the bottom right hand corner, you should see link code. So if you press the plus button, it'll bring it up for you. And as I say, you just do the rotation and press enter, and you'll see that. And once I've pressed invite others, you'll then press invite others, and you should jump into my lobby. If you're the top of the board, it won't be. It'll be a random one probably. So I hope that works. There we go. You're in. Just waiting for Mr. Belgium then. And then we'll go off on our adventure. So the other thing to sometimes think about on these is to pick something that is good against what we want to replace things with. So like we want grass, electric, poison, maybe steel, but I'm not 100% on that. But I think it's grass, electric and poison for this mainly. So if you notice something good against those types, take that to start with. Don't worry too much. So like this is not too bad because it does have a steel move. Wow, we don't get a good lot here. So like the Araquanid has poison jab, which is good. The Sandslash does have leech life, which is good against the grass type, but Wigglytuff is also good. It's not the nicest of paths, I'll be honest, from the beginning looking at. Though I see a grass type and I saw a steel type. Actually that's Alcremie. But we have to get through a Swampert. We don't want to go right because we're not getting through that Swampert. Even though it's got all of the good things on it. We're going to have to go left reluctantly, I think. Because we can't beat the Swampert. Swampert's one of the worst things to face if you don't have a grass move. And we didn't get that lucky at the beginning. Feel free to Dynamax if you think it is going to be helpful. And just remember the secondary effects can also be the deciding factor of how well we do. So, yes, we've just entered the Adlands. Yes, Swampert is broken in this game, but it's absolutely horrible to face here, to be honest. I'm going to do this to raise our defences for now. So we're into the Adlands. Let's see. Alcremie is very broken, I will say that. So we could take Alcremie. I don't know. Dazzling Gleam, lovely little hit. The finale, onto me, okay. Yep, that's fine. Then he gets some health back, annoyingly. a lot of health back. That was a lot more than I wanted it to get back. And the pseudo-wood I missed. Right, I'm going to continue this. Just help boost our defences for now. So yeah. So I do think one of us should take this El Creamy. It does have a grass move. Decorate is very broken, if we're honest. So yeah, Decorate will work extremely well as well. I'm thinking either the Pseudo-Wudo or the Wigglytuff should be the best for this. But what do you think? Boy from Belgium, are you thinking you want to take this El Creamy? Or are you happy with competitive Wigglytuff? I probably shouldn't have used all of those Iron Tails, but I'll have to save them for the final. Okay, yes. That makes sense. If you're the Pseudo-Wudo, you take the El Creamy. I believe it has a fire move as well. Boy from Belgium's broken. He has malfunctioned. Yeah, so you can take it. You'll have a fire move. And then I imagine you'll take the grass type then, Boy from Belgium, if you want it. It is Blossom, which is a nice one. Has Helping Hand as well. I believe Blossom does. We get the berry, so at least I'm fully revived. If you want to go for your max Fire Flare, you can do. But just remember, if max flare happens, the water move won't do as much damage, so don't consider the water move here. Just stick to your bug or poison move. Probably bug. Yeah, pretty much. If one person picks one and the other three pick the other, I think it goes 3-1 wins. I think that's how it works. Never really been sure, because we've done runs on this where, so sometimes when I play with someone who's played a lot more, I let them pick the path and I don't click anything, and it still picks the upper path. So, but we try to just pick the most sensible one, really. Like most of the time they're pretty obvious. It's when you start getting into a bit more of the tactical stuff, and you start looking into what can be used to weaken defences, helping hands, and certain other little side moves that really connect the game together. It's a very strange one when you really get into them, because one of the people we do a lot of is hunting Zekrom, and we've taken water types and Simple and a Raichu into that battle, because if you can Simple Beam the Zekrom whenever it does a lightning move, it'll boost the Raichu, and then you can sort of lower its defense and do big damage that way. It's just one of those. The more you do, the more you'll start seeing a few more things outside the box to think about. So it's a lot of fun that way. It's still probably the most entertaining, enjoyable part of the games where you can play with everyone else. So yeah, that's kind of why we like it. And why they're still very popular. Like, the basic raid dens in Scarlet and Violet are a little bit boring after a while, because one, they were very buggy on the Switch one, and two, they're a bit slow. It's like you beat one Pokemon and you're basically doing it to try and get some Herba, and that's pretty much all you get as a reward. There's no legendaries. It just feels a little bit empty in places, if we're honest. But yeah. So boy from Belgium takes this. And then we've got a very nice team for the final. We've really just got to pick whatever's easiest to get through here. So whatever you think is smartest. So we have a Jinx, a Crawdont, and an Ordino. No, Cinccino. That's Cinccino at the end. So we have a lot of grass moves and bug moves. So this could be pretty easy to beat. It's going to hit hard. But then there is berries after the Jinx. Yeah. So that's what sometimes it is a bit of seeing what people want to pick. I didn't really pick anything then. The other thing that you can know is you can sort of troll with what the hunts are, where we have channel points. So you can kind of, the more you're around, the more you can sort of force me into doing other hunts for a set amount of time. Yes, they take a while to earn, but they're there to let people feel like they're contributing to what we're hunting for. And the other thing is I'm trying my hardest to have nickname themes for each month. So when I look back at this, I can see what we've dealt with, what we called each month. So the theme this month is chocolate/chocolate bars. As Nightbot just told you. The subject for the first month was countries, but because we were doing the core storyline, we didn't really get to do too much shiny hunting. If we're honest, we did a lot more this month. Oop. One big hit on who? The Al Creamy. That's resistant. Well, poor Al Creamy. Doesn't make too much difference, to be honest. Part of it would have been almost nicer if you'd been knocked out, but then... yes, stuff like that. Like, if somebody comes up with one, it depends what we catch. There is one to sort of lock one in, like a redemption, but we can kind of talk them through depending on what we get. So the crocodile we got earlier is called Lemon something. Lemon. So yeah. The countries we got was Sweden, Bhutan, China, what else did we name? We've only got one, so if it's up there, we can do. Oh, we called it Crocodile, didn't we? That's what it was. We could do Crunch. Again, it's more depending on what we get and where we get it. They got to we'll try and find one that really suits the Pokemon. But yeah, but then if, as I say, there's a points redemption where you can force the next one to be that name or a certain one. But I make it quite expensive because I don't want to be people constantly putting a lot forward that could be considered more questionable. And remember, it has to be able to go into the game. So obviously the rude words don't work. Okay, so I may as well just do... oh no, it's not super effective, so I'll leave this for somebody else, I guess. There is an event Swablu in the chat, if anybody is interested. Let's go and catch it. Greaves, thank you for the lurk. I still have not got your Kufant yet. It'll come. We will get your elephant. Don't you worry. It'll be there, eventually. But yeah, we try to mix up the nicknames each month. Not sure what the next round will be. Our next DA will be for the Yveltal, so if Omegas can host it, that'll be perfect. And as we said, Boy from Belgium will sit one out. And Dragon can come back in for Yveltal. pretty much. Nice little rotation, as we say. It's better to let everyone come and have a couple of games. Because, let's be honest, one of the hardest things with DAs is finding people who are going to play them sensibly. When you do randoms online. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get the Araquanid to do it, because it has poison jab. That'll be like the big move for it. If not, Blossom can. That's kind of why I decided to try and boost it a little bit. I don't know if it was very effective or not, but it raises our special attack. Yeah, they're basically each round, when you've got 4 players, only one can Dynamax. And it just rotates down the order. So if you're doing it in a more strict way, like there are people that will be very strict, Battle 1 will be player 1, Battle 2 will be player 2, Battle 3 will be player 3, and player 4 will be the last one for the boss battle. So if you can, it's sort of a little bit of manipulating where the Dynamax goes as well, the more you do this. It's a bit frustrating when you've got 2, because you're always next to each other. So you sometimes have to Dynamax, even if it's not much help, but if the other Pokemon are better in the final. If that makes sense. Get to double move. I did survive on 5 HP. So. With complete randoms, it is very annoying. The best you can do is pick something that you know is very effective, and just hope that they are playing along with you. The amount of people I know that have just rage quit because of the difficulty, but then some Pokemon are easier, like you face the Suicune, and Suicune is probably one of the easiest to face, because I don't think it has very good moves. The easiest ones really are the Lake Trio and some of the Ultra Beasts, because they all have like quad weaknesses. So if you're playing along with them, you'll get through them mostly pretty easily. On the counter to all of that, Zygarde is near impossible solo. Groudon is extremely difficult, as is Kyogre, because they have spread moves. But GG, good luck to everyone. Hopefully somebody can get a shiny, and we can see how well it goes. Can I get my first legendary shiny of this challenge? That is going to be the question on everyone's lips. But we've currently got a shiny in the 3 main games we've played now, so which has helped today. Like Legends Arceus' course is very, very broken. We've actually played it the least as well, and we've got 4 shinies in there. We've got the male and the female Kricketot, Kricketune and Shinx. The Chingling and Scalabug came in violet. So let's give our Pokemon a check. So we know the Alcremie is not shiny, nor is the Blossom, nor the Crawdont, or the Tapu Fini, sadly. So no shiny for Mr. Belgium. I will save the path just because it's kind of nice. It's one of the few Tapus that a few more people need. What do you have? You have nothing. So sometimes you'll find this lady's very excited and she'll have something. And yeah, if she has something that you want, you can say yes or no. It will cost some of that diorite, or you've just got for completing it. Only costs 5, and it'll just be the path. But it is locked to the game you're playing, I believe. But yeah, if Omega's lets us know when your Velto is up, we can go and jump in that one. You're welcome to come and join. So if you want, you can press yes to save it, and it's something you have if you find other people that want to do it. It's one I will want to do eventually, definitely. It's one that's pretty easy if you can get a dark type or a ghost move. The other thing that's actually quite fun is coming in here and just pressing random. and you'll have to figure out the path yourself. And for this, you pretty much want fairy, electric, and ice, I believe, the main three. Thank you for the lurk, Mr. Belgium. Good luck with the 3DS, Game Boy Advance, and non-shaman hunts. I seem to be taking a longer time to find the bacon bird. As in, it's only broke on my end. I'll just try it again. Sometimes they play up when you're trying to join. It's very temperamental sometimes. Let's try again. Let's see if we get in. It's being slower today. It doesn't like the bacon bird. 4, 4, 4, 5. Yep, it doesn't like me. Sometimes it does this though. I'll wait till. What's your time say? I'll try it one more time before you quit out, just to see. Let's just try it one more time first, and then we'll see what happens. We'll give it a couple of seconds. You know, we know this thing is very temperamental at times. Sometimes it works perfectly. If not, we'll try it with Dragon hosting, just to see if it's just being temperamental because of the host side of it. Okay, it looks like it doesn't want to join. Yeah. Was it just the two of you that got in, or not? I'll let Dragon try and host it then. We've had this before though. I've watched other people have it just break on them. That's the code we usually use, but if Dragon hosts it on that code, we'll try it that way. So let me know when it is up. I don't know if Badger's going to join this one as well or not. Let's see if this one works. I got in this one. Oh dear. And there we go, there's Omegas. Yeah, I don't know if Badger was heading off or coming to do another one. I think they may have left. Yeah, it's just been, sometimes it's just temperamental. We know, like, you join mine, no problems, and vice versa for Dragon, so I don't know. Oh, we got a random. I don't know who Caden is. Is that a completely random one, or is that someone's second account? Yeah, it's a random. Sometimes with this code, we do tend to get randoms join. So just be prepared. Like, I did like what Charmeleon was considering doing for DAs, where he was going to make the code the date that you're playing. So it's always going to change, but it's always going to be quite unique. But I'm not going to steal the idea. I think they've actually left Dragon, so you might as well start up, because Boy from Belgium isn't going to join because he's got Yveltal already. So we should be good with just the 3 for now. Where's it, Yveltal? Oh, there's a big rock move. That could also be good. I'm going to start with this, with the idea of maybe swapping out. Oh, the Gastrodon's nice. Not too bad, really. We're honest. Well, I did see a steel type, a fairy type on the right, but we do have 2 rock types. We have Crustle and... well, that's the Aurorus, isn't it? I think we should really go for the Aurorus, if I'm honest. But this is hard to beat the steel type with our Pokemon. It's one of those that's a difficult all-round choice. The Aurorus is broken, definitely, for this battle. I don't think we should take the Crustle, if I'm honest, but that's... I couldn't figure out what the other rock type was. The other option would have been the Galarian Weezing, which is not the worst Pokemon, but still pretty good. I'm going to try and weaken this down a bit because it does hit very hard. I think that's the main thing to note. If it hits very hard, we like to avoid it. So yeah. It would be nice to get a second shiny today, but I can't be greedy. Can't get too many. That'll be very greedy. Charm. I'm only doing this because it hits quite hard with its moves. It's kind of scary with some of the Pokemon we've got in our team. But yeah. We'll get there. We'll beat it. Max Darkness. Okay, it's lowering special attack of Gastrodon. Probably the least likely to be hurt by that move. Until next time. Well done, Gastrodon. Let's lose the most effective move. I might as well do another one, just for extra security. Another charm. But is this we don't have anything good for this battle. Part of me is thinking that maybe the Basculin, the Barrascuda takes this for the Aurorus more than anything else. And then as a bit of a backup, it does have Thunder. Because the Steel move will be quite effective. Yeah, it's a difficult fight, this one. Like, both sides were difficult for this first battle, so we knew it was going to be a problem the first battle, shall we say. It just hits so hard, and it's bulky, isn't it, defensively, I believe. So there is a normal Drillbur in the PCG, if anyone wants it. I'm just too lazy to type out Pokecatch Ultra Ball, so I just copy and paste, because I've got too many Ultra Balls. But I think we should win on the next turn, right? Well, at least if it tries something like this, it's not too effective. And at least it's just been attacking the Gastrodon more than anything else. And of course, the Gastrodon is not too much of a problem. I think we're fast enough to win now, right? But I'm just doing crunches because why not? Let's go. Crunch, crunch. Lower its defense, maybe. Big liquidation. So, oh no, we are faster. That's good. Yeah, so do you want to swap this Berserker for the Parascuda? But at least just to beat the Aurorus, and we'll probably give you the Aurorus to use. That'll probably be your best bet. It's just that this still move should do so much more damage. Yeah. Hopefully we can get you to Dynamax as well. That will be the dream. Because I know it's only Metal Claw, but if we can get it back to max Steel Spike, it'll be brilliant. And then if we can manipulate water in the final, we don't need to show off Body Slam. Yeah, because you can use Max Lightning here against this as well. So that will be helpful. Crawdon isn't terrible. Part of me is tempted to take the Crawdon, but no, it's not good. It's just the Boltland doesn't really hit very hard. Is your Voltol more of a physical or special attacker? That's another side we should really consider. So I can just charm it right down if it's a physical hitter, but I imagine it's not. But I would imagine you'll probably Dynamax the Berserker. I think it's Dynamax turn for you. Max Lightning from two of us. We should be good. I think it probably is a bit of both, to be honest. I would imagine it's more special. But as I say, I could be wrong. I'm not very good at knowing what's physical and special attack. Okay, so they're more physical moves, right? Well, Oblivion Wind sounds like a special move. So I could just use Charm in the final? Maybe. Start with that and work our way down. Oof. We'll see where we are for Dynamax and stuff. And preferably nobody Dynamaxes on the next thing unless it's me to beat it. Basically. Because we would... No, actually it doesn't matter. Now. It was for the Aurorus we would have liked the still Dynamax on it, but we needed the Lightning. So yeah. This one's kind of more of middling ground again. We are sort of stuck with... Aurorus is easy to beat with what we've got, I feel. But I don't know if a Crawdon is better in the final. I know I've got an electric move, and I'm thinking about using Charm. And we've got the Gastrodon with a rock move, so that could work in our favour. Gastrodon will probably want to use Waterfall. We'll just be spamming Metal Claw, won't we, in the next fight. I guess I could Helping Hand. And Relicanth has got a big water move too. Okay, we got two water moves at least. I still think Aurorus is the best bet. We're into the Adlands. We have 3 lives. We should be okay. What would we like item-wise? Do I clutch this with a Lumberry? I'm going to risk it. I have a fear I might get paralysed, so I'm taking my chance with this. Pretty much, that's all I can really do. I don't really ever trust like leftovers and shell bells in these. They don't ever seem to do enough. Right. I am thinking I'm going to just Helping Hand. Let's just check what everyone's going for. Right, because it's 4 times effective, I'm hoping we've got the big Metal Claw. It seems to make sense in my head. Ooh. It hit a thunder, of course it did. Non-effective moves hitting. Lowers its accuracy. We're a very slow team, let's be honest. But I guess that's just part of the system. Oof. Well, I'm going to try my luck with a crunch this time. No, we can use raising voltage. Because I might be fastest. Not quite enough, but whatever. Not 2 thunders in a row. And as we said, Omegas will take this and pretty much be spamming body slam in the final. I think it's probably best. Do you want to join some more after this, boy from Belgium? Or something else other than your Valtol? Because then it would be nice if we could have all 4 spots filled. I know you can't do this one, so it's not much help for you. There we go. We got a nice team. I know we've taken a few hits, but it's what happens in these games, isn't it? I'm going to try my luck with Charming because I think I'm the fastest thing on the field. If it goes for Sucker Punch on me, it also doesn't get a hit that turn, which is kind of big. I think I will be faster than this. I think Boltland's one of the fastest Pokemon out there. But if you do want to jump in another DA, boy from Belgium, let me know and we'll set one up that you can join. I'm hoping we can keep Aurora damage free this turn and then it can Dynamax. Perfect, it went for me. I'm imagining that you've done enough DAs to know obviously that Body Slam is an ice move pretty much. And it'll be Max Hellstorm in the final. But yeah, it is up to you. I will Helping Hand the Aurorus this turn. It's amazing that Boltland is a support one. Hopefully another Sucker Punch. But if I don't hear back from Boy from Belgium, Amigas, do you need Blacephalon still or not? Or shall we just try and stick to this with the 3 of us? Okay, not a problem. What I might do is I will overwrite Suicune for this, and then I can host it in case there's any sort of connection problems again. At least we know where it's coming from to start with. Okay, we will use this then. The raising voltage. I get that. I've never really got a game far enough into the Ultras, and because I can't get the shiny charm now, I'm not really going to do it. Due to, well, I probably could do it if I played both games, I guess, but I don't have like a living dex anywhere. So I'd have to play through both games, and I don't really want to at the moment. We get all the hits. Now we're going to get hit by something big, aren't we? Groudon, just attack. Snow? Okay. I died. I blame Groudon for this. Because you should have attacked by now, computer. You don't need +6. Yeah, I get that. I've sort of done it as Nuzlocke, so I've tried to Nuzlocke each game with these weird rules I used to play. and I only ever finished the Elite Four once. I died to the Lorantus twice, and I think I died to the Marowak once because you can't heal. It really annoyed me. So I couldn't really do much to get any advantage in that fight. Oof, I think we've lost. Because the computer threw, basically. It refused to attack when it kept... Why did it need to do swords dances? That's the question. But as I haven't heard from Boy from Belgium, I guess he doesn't want to come back and do any of us. No for the Crawdon and none on the Aurorus. Yep, that's 100% on the computer. That's why we lost. Get rid of Suicune. I don't too bothered. It comes up so often. So if I host the Yveltal then. And we can use the normal code and people can come and join in. It is up and ready for you. So yeah. Hopefully we can beat it at least. It's annoying when you can't beat them. See, I didn't really play much of the Pokemon games between Gen 4, 5, 6 and 7. I came back to the games when this came out. Well, when the DLCs had kind of died down due to certain lockdown procedures that the countries were going through. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to buy a Switch. And I got Sword, Brilliant Diamond, and then Legends Arceus came out. So, oh, well, I don't know who Rover is, but nope, they didn't quite stick to the adventure. Nearly got a random in there. Right. Oh, we have some funky stuff we can do here. We can charge up the Manectric if we want to, and we got a Jolteon. Wow. We're going to have a very, very strong Manectric in the final. If this works out nicely. Right. Can we get something else electric before the end? I guess it would be nice to probably take on that water type. I would probably go Psychic. Just a bit easier to beat. Actually, we could no. Should have gone for the bug. Guess we got a fire move, haven't we? My fault there. Should have thought about that a bit more. I always forget that it's a steel bug. Never mind. We can still beat this pretty easily. It's up to you whether you do this charging me up strat or not. It's not the end of the world on this one. Like, we can just work with what we've got. I was probably going to go for Max Flare anyway, just because it's a bit rubbish, but just put the... Because then Lorantus could use Weather, but if it wants to. There is a Toxel in the chat for the TCG, if you're interested. Yeah, so we always talk about some of the films we've been watching, and we went to see Jurassic Park Rebirth, and there was somebody in my screening who kept getting their phone up to film the dinosaur sequences. And not one, every single one. When there was no dinosaur on screen, they didn't. So yeah. Yeah, probably the final, and I think against a water type. There's a water type coming up in a minute, and that'll be easiest just to get me fully powered up for that. Yeah, so they were filming every single dinosaur scene. Like, they had done nothing wrong. And, yeah, wasn't impressed. And it wasn't a young person either. It was somebody who I think must have been in their late 40s, early 50s. So it can't be a generational thing. It's just some selfish person. I don't know, but it's very selfish to do that in the middle of the cinema. Get your phone out and be recording with all the big flashing lights on your phone. It's especially on a fancier screen, like it was on an iSense screen. So it's going to look absolutely trash on your phone. And I know like someone who used to work at one, and they would basically, if they learnt about it, they would escort them out and send them to the police station because it is actually piracy and very illegal to be filming these stuff. But then today I watched The Old Guard 2. Now I remember The Old Guard 1 being quite interesting, but The Old Guard 2, not so much. I think we could go for the Durant because we've got a lot of fire moves. Pretty much. And it's got an electric move, so if it does try and use it, I get a little boost too. But we don't need to swap here. That's good because the Lurantis is currently weak to this. It's still weak to this, but yeah. So I watched The Old Guard 2, and it felt more like a trailer to the next movie. And then I tried watching Heads of State, where Prime Minister Idris Elba and President John Cena have to put their differences aside to figure out who's trying to take over the country or causing lots of problems. It might do, but I don't think. I think it has Dazzling Gleam, Giga Drain, Helping Hand. I don't think it has Sunny Day. It doesn't matter, like, the Nidoking's going to use Max Flare, so that'll put the sun up. Yep, John Cena was the president, playing an actor who decided they were going to become president. And Idris Elba played the sort of generic, earn your way up the streets of London, etc., etc. It was okay. It was more of a comedy, an action comedy, but it worked quite nicely. It helping handed the one that wasn't going to be attacking. Thanks, computer. Okay, Jolteon can eat that. Not a problem. Overheat. Nidoking was very helpful in this final. And this is how broken this run will be. Because of Lightning Rod. I think the best way to beat this next battle is to do the same. Both use electric moves on. And I will get the boost and I can do a big electric move on the water type. I could, but we got the items here. We got berries, so we're fine. And if the Durant uses an electric move as well, that would be very funny. But I think this could be an interesting final. But yeah, I think we can win. I do think. I'm quietly confident that this is an easy battle. Oh. I believe Robin has got his Switch. 2. He's unboxing his Switch 2 at the moment. Ooh, not quite, not quite. I blame Durant. Oof. And I survived in the worst possible way. It'll be faster than us if we don't win this battle. I'm so powerful, but I'm so dead. That's the silly thing. It's got to attack. Okay, Screech. So Jolteon is the fastest. The biggest problem here is I cannot Dynamax in the final. That is the biggest problem I've got. Imagine if I could have Dynamaxed with Max Lightning. I'm just going to have to stick to it. Like, the Nidoking can if it wants to. I guess the Nidoking can see how much help the Manectric's got. If the Manectric is down, there is Ice Punch for the freeze, or Max Hailstorm in Dynamax. But I think we should try the first round of all electric moves. Because even if I get knocked out, then your electric moves are all going to hit as well. So it's not the worst thing that happens. And of course Durant is here. It may do Metal Sound. You never know. I think two of you are faster than me, but I don't know if I'm faster than the Yveltal. But as we said, there's no point me Dynamaxing. It will be a waste. At least if I leave it for the Nidoking, it can do Max Lightning if I get knocked out. It can do Hailstorm. It is nice that I'm relatively slow. It is doing a special move. Thunderbolt into me. What is next? Metal Sound. Nice. I think I'm faster than Nidoking. Uh-oh, it's gone for Nidoking. That's good. That is good. And if it went Ice Punch, okay. Going for the freeze. And it got the freeze. Lovely. Well, that turned even easier, didn't it? I think we win on the next go. And the Durant is attacking, so it may do another electric move itself, which could then give me 2 boosts before the next attack. We are flying. Let's go. It avoided the lightning rod. Lovely. Yeah, so this is kind of going almost perfectly, this run. And the Bacon Bird is hopefully going to be shiny for one of us. Oof. And maybe a max... What are we going for? Max Lightning boosting me again. That makes sense, because I guess Max Hailstorm would knock me out. If you want, just try and attack with one of your other moves, just in case it wakes up this turn. Or and defrosts. I know your Ghost move ain't doing much damage, but... Okay, it went for Nidoking. Nice. It's better just to get a little bit of chippy here. It sort of makes sense either way, because I don't think Hailstorm would have knocked it out. So, but GG and good luck. This is why when we've been doing the Zekroms, we've actually been trying to manipulate, trying to get into the battle with a simple Pokemon and a Lightning Rod Pokemon, so that it will try to keep using the electric moves, and it will then just charge up a Raichu or a Manectric. And then we can lower its stats and hit back differently. Get rid of the move that takes away Lightning Rod. But good luck with the shinies, everyone. Let's see. Do we get another one today? Pretty sure Mimey is like yellow or green, so that's a no. Durant is a no. So is the Golduck. And not a bacony bird, sadly. Let's go again then. It was a perfect run as well. Somehow we survived. Oh dear. Easy survive. Yeah, we'll go again with this one. Why not? It's been going pretty smoothly. So Yveltal and Guzzlord were ones we were doing through the Dark Only challenge. So when we were doing that challenge, we won most of them, but sadly we didn't get any shinies. Right, no, we didn't get any legendary shinies. I believe I did manage to get a Guzzlord in April, but yeah, that was an April thing. So yeah, I think it'll just be the three of us today, so we may as well just continue our adventures in threes. Like, I know for a fact if Boy from Belgium is here, he won't join this one, so that's not a problem. Well, well, I can risk the sunny day, can't I guess. Why not? The big bear tick, nice. Okay, Kadabra is going to be the first thing we look to definitely replace. There is another ice type on the right, if we're going to go for an ice team. I think we're probably going to have to go for the ice team. If I'm honest, like, everything is relatively easy to beat here, isn't there? Maybe not the Haunter, but it's not overly strong. Right. I won't Dynamax here because I've got nothing for the Haunter. But I may do a Sunny Day. No, actually, I'm not going to do Sunny Day because we might as well use some of the other moves because Beartick has water. If we'll use Worry Seed on this. Let's just change its ability a little bit. Oof, that hit a lot harder than I was expecting. Just remember, I think the next thing is another crocodile. So be aware that if this has a grass move, it may be worth taking. Even if you are just going to constantly swap out the Kadabra. I know they're both weak, whatever happens, there's not much we can do. But yeah, I really can't do anything here. I'm really useless in this battle, if I'm honest. It is true. Like, I guess the main thing is to see what the computer wants to do. Like, that Munchlax might be really clutch for the final. I kind of think I would like you to have the other ice type in the final. So we would have 3 ice moves if possible. There is an event Baltoy in the chat if anybody wants it. My thinking is if you have Vanillish, we've got the Beartick, I've got Weather Ball, and I believe Munchlax has Thunder Punch, so there is like 3 options in the final. So yeah, you can keep it for this round if you want, if you think Dazzling Gleam's going to do more. We're going to probably Dynamax the Beartick here anyway. We might as well. But just don't Dynamax in the next round if you can. This is just Rhydon, isn't it? Actually, this is just Rhydon. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem, whatever. I thought it was the Crocodile again. Never mind. It's even easier to beat. Because even if... What we could do is if the bear tick Dynamaxes and uses the max geyser, I can then weather ball that way. It doesn't matter if it's not. Am I faster than the bear tick? Okay, you haven't Dynamaxed, so it doesn't matter. I was faster too. Probably we'll just use Solar Beam then. I don't think it's Lightning Rod, but I wouldn't use an electric move on the ground type. I just don't think the computer would use it on the ground type, if I'm honest. It doesn't have good moves for this battle, whatever happens. It's not really going to change. It's just that it's very bulky, the Munchlax. It's good at like things like that, getting a paralyze when you least expect it. I think this is going to also be another stage of maybe see what the computer wants to do, because we don't really want this for the next battle, if we're honest. If we have it, we have it, but I think Munchlax's better, and you can then take the Vanillish at the end, because this does have a rock move that can do some damage. I will probably Sunny Day to start with in the next battle. But we'll see. At the end of the day, you're going to be weak to the ice, but you're going to be able to hit harder if you did attack. Not in the final, no. I was going to keep Cherum, with the idea that one of you will set up max Hailstorm and I can Weather Ball. So if the bear tick can Dynamax here, can you please Dynamax in this battle? Doesn't really matter what you go for. If you could go for something else, and then Dragon can Dynamax in the actual final with the Vanillish, put up the Howl, and then we have 3 ice moves and a Thunder Punch, so we should be pretty good then. I know it's a bit risky going in with this, but at the end of the day, I think the ice moves are gonna be more clutch. I can swap if you really think this is a better idea for you to stick with it. But I'm gonna go Sunny Day. I can also do Worry Seed first move and take away its Dark Aura, so the Dark moves will hit a lot less powerful. We've just hit the Adlands again. Let's see how things go. What has happened? Have we lost the bear tick? Maybe? Not sure. Didn't see a Dynamax. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take it now. Uh-oh. turned back to normal. Big hit. Fire punch. It heals. Nice. But I think the Rhydon dies. But I can't do anything. Sadly. We are just coming out of the Adlands. And we win. So I guess you should probably take it just for health now. As I was saying, I could probably hit Worry Seed on it and take away its Dark Aura as well, which could be kind of clutch. But one of you two will need 2 Dynamax, because now my Weather Ball is completely useless. That wasn't the plan I thought. But I still think you should take this dragon. Because you've got no health anyway, at least you get your health back. Which is kind of good. Yeah. But as I say, I'm going to go Worry Seed first move and take away the Dark Aura. So the Dark moves will hit a lot less than dangerously, shall we say. And hopefully that'll help us in the long run. But I'm not sure how far away we are from Dynamaxing, because I think that took 2 turns, which probably puts it on the computer's Dynamax awkwardly enough. Which is probably the worst possible place it could be. But never mind. We can get a few ice moves in on it. At least you got Ice Beam, yeah. We can fish for the freeze again. It's not a problem, and of course Munchlax could maybe go for a Paralyze as well. So there is that. So there's a couple of good Pokemon that can do stuff. I think we may have lost Amigas, not gonna lie. Are they still here? Yes, fair enough. Let's go. We've put it into Insomnia, so we can't send it to sleep. Yeah. Not sure what's happened now. Are you still here, Amigas, or not? I'm still just going to have to use this move, because I've got nothing else. Solar Beam's a waste. Yeah, I think they must have disconnected. Because I think Body Slam is the first move in the moveset, which is why it keeps going for Body Slam. Might make this a bit more difficult, but we'll see. What I might do is end with one more Blacephalon for today. So again, if you're interested, Mr. Belgium, and still here, feel free to jump in for a Blacephalon. I know you still need it. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Body Slam is Beartic's first move. So we have lost them, I think. Let's just double check. Yeah, so they've gone, I believe. So we're just going to have to keep going with what we've got. It doesn't make any difference for what I can attack. I've literally got Weather Ball and Solar Beam and nothing else. Solar Beam is not effective. But I understand some people, it might be the middle of the night, they may have fallen asleep. We've had it with Ironically before, haven't we? Where he's nodded off in the middle of some of them. But yeah, whatever, it's fine. You can do your max ice move now. And that at least makes my Weather Ball hit. That's what I need more than anything, is my Weather Ball to hit. No, it's Body Slam every time and it's taking a little bit longer. So just keep spamming, just go straight into your Dynamax because I cannot hit it unless I get some ice up. If it was, because the ice moves are like 15 and 20, and there's also Brine, which is a lot more helpful than Body Press. We had it in the last fight. The idea would have been 2 Dynamax against the Vanillish, and the Max Knuckle would have probably won it for us one more turn earlier. But hey, it happens. I don't think I even get the Weather Ball to hit this turn because you're slower than me. So but never mind. As I say, we'll do a Blacephalon after this. Get a nice easy final one for the day. And then we can go and see who is around. Got to just get a little snippet of our what was it? Get a snippet of our shiny that we got. See what it looks like. It's always going to be harder to do them all in this game. See, it was too early for a GG. Because Oblivion Wing is very annoying. Snarl? Okay. There goes the Beartic. Down it goes. But what will we get? Will we get this one much needed shiny? At least you heal, which is always nice. 2 lives left, okay. There is a Cherubi in the TCG. PCG even. It's not a card game. Weather Ball now is more effective. Will we survive? I think you'll survive most things. But I might not. Well, we've even got to wait for the chair. We get a Dynamax Energy Charge. Attack Rise. Okay. Not much help, but that's the roll of the dice, I guess. Oblivion Wing on you, that's annoying, but not the worst. Didn't do that much, did it? Thought it would have done a bit more. Okay, Munchlax, can you get a Paralyzed, please? Munchlax does the most damage, of course. Snarl. Oh yeah, because it's lowering our specials. That's why it's not doing as much. Right, so we're all back now. Hopefully this will win. I'm still not convinced, but at least if it Oblivion Wings me, it's not going to get much health back. It shouldn't get too much off the 2 ice types, should it? Let's be honest. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's have a go. Beat it, beat it, beat it. Come on. Let's see. Is this what we need? You say that, but you have to be careful with these things. Never overconfident until it finishes. That's my strategy. Take my time, make sure we win. Sucker Punch on the Beartic. That's nice. Because it's not doing anything. And still not doing very much. And the Charum with the big hit. GG then. You can have your GG now. Good luck with the shiny. As I say, we'll do one more on Blacephalon and we'll call it a day. So if there is a Mr. Belgium in the chat, you are welcome to come and join. If not, it'll be probably just the 2 of us. And yeah, hopefully we can get a shiny here. Get 2 in one day, that would be very nice. But you never know with this game. You never know. Haunter I don't think is. I think I've learnt what Haunter looks like shiny now. Definitely not a Rhydon, or a Vanillish, or a Yveltal. Never mind. Nothing for me. Nothing for Dragon. Let's just save it for now. And as I say, we'll do the Blacephalon to finish off the day. It's our nice favourite, easy one, and it's the one Pokemon I don't think I've seen anybody in the stream get shiny, let alone me. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It's always eluded us. Don't know why, just has. But whatever, we'll get it, we'll beat it, we'll win. Let's see. I think we'll probably just go with the 2 of us. I would like to think that maybe Mr. Belgium would have said something by now. But yeah. He might be in another stream doing DAs anyway, so I gave him enough time to say we were doing this one, so I guess we start here. The Cramorant will do, I guess. The Grapplock would be nice. And, well, you can take what you want for now. You're not nothing great. Ooh, there's 2 very good ones there. There is 2 very good ones there. We don't want that Slowpoke, though. What is it? Yes, I think we go left. Okay, we've gone right. Okay. See what we get here. It's just the second water's a Slowpoke, so it's weak as well. I was going to go for the dragon.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Oh. Well, thank you for the bits, Nathan. I have no idea what that was meant to be, to be honest. Right, what have we got? I was not expecting that noise. But yes, thank you for the bits. Welcome back. We did get a shiny today, I'll be honest. Which was very nice. Because that sounded like a... that's what I thought. I don't usually even hear the ads. I thought I was watching a Jet 2 advert. But never mind. But as I say, thank you for the bit. And I did not even know it was a command on the channel. I don't really know how bits work, to be honest. It's not one I'd set up. Let's be honest. If you do want to take this water type, you can. It's better than what you've got. But if the Greedent wants it, I would let the Greedent take it. Because at the end of the day, we can't really do too much to this. So yeah. Let's just get it beat and move on to the next one. I thought I had just set up a couple, to be honest, but I don't know. It's part of the banter of it all, isn't it, really? At the end of the day. But yes, I think you could probably take this. Because Cramorant's not great. But we'll see what the computer wants to do if you want. Obviously it would be... we'll see what the computer wants to do. It may not be terrible if the Grapplock takes it either now with its health levels. If we are going to take on this Psychic water type. But we don't have anything overly great for the attacking side of things on the next battle either. I know you've got a dark move, so it may be worth you sticking it out as well. That's the other side of it. It's a difficult one with what we've got as the team, really. So hopefully Grapplock takes it. No, that'll take it. That'll be alright. And as long as you probably just go max darkness here, we can win. Probably should be alright. But it's going to be another sluggy battle because it's a bulky thing. But I think the dark type is crucial because it's dark normal, so it's immune to 2 of its moves. So hopefully the computer will want that. I don't really think we should take this between the 2 of us. I actually kind of feel like you might end up having to take the remaining one. What's it called? You might have to take the Obstagoon. To be honest, it may actually work out better. But again, it will be one we'll see what the computer wants to do. If the computer doesn't want it, fine. But I just don't think either of us should take this, because the next 2 battles we would be weak to the dark and the ghost typings. I don't think this has very good moves either, if we're honest. Yeah. It is good that we managed to get 1 more shiny to our collection though. So that is helpful. This is all I can really do, so I'm just assuming that you're going to really weaken its special defense and everyone else can do the damage. Everything's quite bulky in this run, sadly, compared to what the boss man is. Made of plastic, just fold instantly. Ooh, okay, I can take the hit. I can take the hit. So there's still a chance I could take the Galarian or Obstagoon. Kind of depends on how my health is. Hello, Charmeleon. Welcome in. How are you today? We did actually get a shiny today. At last. We got our Crocodile. It was like the second DA. Congratulations, they were on the Switch too. I look forward to you stealing all of the shinies later tonight if you're around. Yes, it is a beautiful shiny. Out of my main ones, it's the best one we've got so far, for sure. We've done pretty well. We've lost one Yveltal, but the rest we've won. But I don't think anyone else has actually got a shiny yet today. But this is actually our last one for today. But yeah, because it's, what, 3.5-ish hours. But now that you've got the Switch 2, you can just see how much more enjoyable shiny hunting is. It's just crazy how many spawns you get. So hopefully you can get a lot. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know if you were going to take part in Booster Thursday. That was all. Doesn't even have a water move. What a useless water type. Yeah, I think we take this on. Right. This is difficult now. But we'll be back in Scarlet and Violet tomorrow for some more shiny hunting. Yes, that is the problem. It's just strange just how much of an upgrade. Or do you reckon they were working on it in the background maybe? Trying to fix it and they were like, this is the best we can do. But why you attack me for? I've got no defense anyway. If I'm on this HP, I'll take this in the next one. I think that'll probably make the most sense. And of course we missed the fighting move. This is risky, but I'm going to go for it. It's one of those, I've seen people make that debate, but it just feels weird that they delayed the Switch 2 by nearly 3 years before. If that makes sense. If it come out, like, just say for example ZA was that difference between the Switch 1 and Switch 2, then you kind of get it. But it just seems weird that they just like, oh well, it's for the next gen console, we'll let them play half a game for 3 years. Sort of thing. Just feels like there's a little bit more to the story, to be honest. But I don't know. It is very strange just how it works. I did notice some of the visuals were better depending on the television settings. I knew that for a fact. I had the same with, what's it called? Legends Arceus. If you up your TV settings, it's unbelievably beautiful. But on like the base TV settings, because the TVs, like most TVs, are set up wrong. That's the problem. They're set up to be colourful and not how the stuff is filmed. And it's one of those things that not many people ever really look at their TV settings. And there's like a filmmaker mode on there that actually fixes most visual stuff. And it's crazy seeing some of them. I'm going to take this just because of Screech. And, well, you've all got good water moves. You can Dynamax anyway, so. Yeah, so there's certain films that you can put in and that makes sense. But I've seen that it's not just gaming though, it's also like film wise. If you're watching film or football or Formula One, you fiddle with a couple of settings, put it on filmmaker mode, and you will see the difference, and it's actually unbelievable. Like, they show just what normal TVs come out as, and compared to what they get delivered to you as. So there's lots more sort of blue lights that get sucked out of it. It's quite surprising how much has been damaged in the games, in the entertainment business, because of the new let's put all this extra not needed colour into scenes. Unless you try and watch Prime, because Prime doesn't work when you switch the stupid thing on. I get very annoyed with Prime. Went to watch the movie and it comes up pretty much pitch black. Even the logo doesn't show up. And even though you just rotate through the settings, it's perfect after that. But it doesn't work straight away. It's really strange. Because I was watching President John Cena and Prime Minister Idris Elba earlier. The one where, yeah, it's weird. It's one of those things with like the Formula One and the football. You do it, and the first time you do it, it's like, this looks a bit iffy. But then you start watching it, it's like, yeah, that's much better. But we'll just go for this, and we should win. I wonder who will win this race. Will it be an interesting Grand Prix? That'll be the question. Or will Max deliberately retire again so we can move to Mercedes? That's the rumour, but GG and good luck. Hopefully we can check this just before the Atlanta start, but we'll press the snooze button. But as we see in the other big news, a Liverpool player died today apparently, or maybe yesterday, in some form of car accident. So that's a bit sad. I don't know if it's completely confirmed or not, but it was sort of doing the rounds earlier today, and it was on the proper news site, so I imagine it's real. Let's have a look at our team. Seeking, no. Slowbroke, no. Obstacle, no. And of course, another Blacephalon. Oh, we don't want Lando to win. He's boring. We call him Blando Norris for a reason. Because he's an annoying little person. But that is all of our DAs today. We did get one shiny. I also won this yesterday, actually, Charmeleon. I won a shiny Lugia in that PLA race. I got too many shinies in one. But there is our shiny. I just find him very arrogant in the wrong way. He's a childish, arrogant sort of person. I've never liked him even when he was rubbish or finishing lower down the grids. That's why I don't really like him. So yeah. So we did get a shiny, which was very good. We'll be back with Scarlet and Violet tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be fun.